The dark side of crypto no one talks about. Cryptocurrency has taken the world by storm, promising financial freedom, decentralization, and incredible returns. But behind the glossy surface of success stories and digital innovation lies a darker truth. The crypto world, though revolutionary, is still a wild frontier, one full of hidden risks, scams, manipulation, and a lack of regulation that can cost investors everything. In this video, we dive deep into the dark side of crypto that few dare to speak about. Unregulated territories and legal gray areas. One of the biggest concerns in the crypto space is the lack of regulation. Unlike traditional finance, cryptocurrencies often operate in legal gray zones. Many projects launch without adhering to any standard regulatory framework, which means that if something goes wrong, like a rug pull, exit scam, or technical failure, there's little legal recourse for investors. In countries where regulations do exist, enforcement is often inconsistent or still developing, making it easier for bad actors to take advantage of unsuspecting investors. Rug pulls and exit scams, the investor's nightmare. Rug pulls have become a dreaded phrase in the crypto community. This occurs when the developers of a crypto project suddenly withdraw all funds and disappear, leaving investors with worthless tokens. These scams are often disguised as promising new altcoins or DeFi, decentralized finance, projects with slick websites and fake endorsements. Exit scams are similar, but usually happen after a project gains some traction and trust. In both cases, the end result is devastating. Thousands, sometimes millions, are lost overnight. Pump and dump schemes and market manipulation. Another toxic trend in crypto is the prevalence of pump and dump schemes. These are often coordinated efforts, sometimes by influential figures or groups, where a coin's price is artificially inflated through hype and false information. Once enough investors buy in, the insiders sell off their holdings at the peak, causing the price to crash and leaving ordinary investors in the dust. These schemes exploit the lack of regulation and the emotional volatility of the market, turning it into a high-stakes casino for many. The role of influencers in spreading hype and misinformation. Social media influencers and celebrities have increasingly played a role in shaping crypto narratives. Unfortunately, not all of them have honest intentions. Some promote coins or NFT projects they're invested in without disclosing their financial interest. Others are paid to advertise pump and dump tokens or scam projects. Their massive reach can quickly drive up the price of a coin, only for it to collapse once the hype dies down. This misleading promotion has led many followers to financial ruin. Security threats and the risk of hacks. Crypto wallets and exchanges are frequent targets for hackers. Unlike traditional banking systems, if your crypto is stolen and you don't have insurance or proper security protocols in place, you might never recover your funds. High-profile exchange hacks and phishing attacks have wiped out billions in user assets over the past decade. Even experienced traders sometimes fall for sophisticated scams that exploit human error and weak security setups. The environmental cost of proof-of-work blockchains. While often overlooked in the conversation about financial risks, the environmental cost of crypto, especially Bitcoin, deserves attention. Proof-of-work blockchains require massive computational power to operate, leading to enormous energy consumption. Critics argue that this model is unsustainable and contributes significantly to global carbon emissions. Although newer blockchains like Ethereum 2.0 are moving to more eco-friendly consensus mechanisms like proof-of-stake, the damage done by mining operations remains a significant dark mark on the crypto industry. Lack of consumer protection and support. Another issue with crypto is the lack of consumer protection. If you lose access to your private keys, your funds are gone forever. If an exchange collapses, your assets might be locked or lost. Unlike banks, most crypto services don't offer support hotlines or insurance. The decentralized nature of crypto, while a strength in some ways, also means that users bear all responsibility for their assets. For new investors unfamiliar with the technology, this steep learning curve can be costly. Whale dominance and market inequality. Despite being praised for its decentralization, much of the crypto market is controlled by whales, individuals or institutions holding large amounts of a particular coin. These whales can drastically influence prices by buying or selling in large volumes, creating volatility and uncertainty for smaller investors. This concentration of wealth undermines the ideal of democratized finance and replicates the same economic inequalities that crypto was meant to overcome. Mental health struggles and addictive behavior. Crypto trading can be addictive. The 24/7 nature of the market, combined with the constant influx of news, price changes, and social media chatter, creates a high-pressure environment. Many traders experience anxiety, sleep disorders, and even depression from the emotional roller coaster of gains and losses. The psychological toll of crypto investment is rarely talked about, yet it affects thousands of people globally. Money laundering and illicit use cases. One of the major criticisms of crypto is its use in illegal activities. Due to the pseudo-anonymous nature of blockchain transactions, cryptocurrencies have been used for money laundering, tax evasion, and funding criminal enterprises. While blockchain records are technically public, tracing transactions back to individuals can be challenging. This has raised concerns among governments and regulators about the darker applications of digital currencies. The rise of fake exchanges and impersonation scams. Scammers are getting smarter, creating fake versions of legitimate exchanges and wallets to trick users into handing over their credentials. These counterfeit platforms often look identical to the real ones and use phishing links shared on social media or search ads. Once a user logs in, their private keys or credentials are stolen, resulting in a complete loss of funds. The prevalence of such scams shows just how important it is to verify every link and platform. Unrealistic promises and false hope. Many new investors are lured into the crypto space by promises of overnight riches. Certain coins are marketed as the next Bitcoin, leading people to invest without fully understanding the risks. Influencers, YouTubers, and paid ads contribute to the narrative that everyone can get rich quickly. But the reality is that most of these promises are exaggerated or entirely false. FOMO, fear of missing out, can drive impulsive decisions that lead to major financial losses. Over-reliance on centralized exchanges. While crypto promotes decentralization, the majority of users still rely on centralized exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, or Kraken. These platforms can freeze accounts, go offline, or even collapse due to mismanagement, hacks, or regulatory issues. The FTX collapse in 2022 is a stark reminder of how centralized control in a supposedly decentralized ecosystem can lead to catastrophic outcomes for users. The illusion of decentralization. Not all decentralized projects are truly decentralized. In many cases, control still lies in the hands of a few developers or founding members. These individuals can unilaterally change the code base, pause transactions, or influence governance decisions. This illusion of decentralization can mislead investors into believing they are part of a fair and transparent system when, in reality, power remains concentrated. Conclusion: a cautious path forward. The crypto space holds immense potential, and its innovations have the power to transform finance, ownership, and global economics. However, it's critical to recognize the shadows behind the light. Scams, misinformation, and lack of protection are very real threats. To succeed in crypto, education, critical thinking, and a cautious mindset are more valuable than hype or blind optimism. Stay informed, stay skeptical, and always do your own research. Don't forget to subscribe our channel.